Hey guys, this is Bobby Clue, Director of the Somerset-Pulaski County Chamber of Commerce. We're back again on a rainy day here, but doing something really fun. We're back for another installment of our Chamber Spotlight series. This is a good one. So we've had a lot of fun this year with this. Our last Chamber Spotlight, we got a chance to go out and we got to spend some time with Joe Nykirk out at Paul's Discount. They were celebrating 60 years. Well, guess what? We've got another 60-year anniversary happening this year. So I think it's awesome to be right here. We're footsteps away from our office, actually, in downtown Somerset. I'm here with Harold Hurt, Anderson Office Supply. So everybody knows this name. It's kind of an institution here in our community. And you're celebrating 60 years this year, so happy anniversary.
Well, thank you, Bobby. Yes, we've celebrating 60 years today, or the whole year long. I'll give you a little history of our business.
Love to hear it.
Papa Clay Bailey Anderson, he started the business in 1960. He worked for Associated Supply that was located here in Somerset, and the fellow closed the store and moved to Lexington. Papa went to Lexington with him for a year, drove back and forth every day. Now that's back when the roads were bad. I mean, the curvy roads. And of course, he didn't have a new car, so he'd have a couple of flat tires a week going back and forth, but he never missed a day, snow or whatever. Put the chains on and go. But at the same time he was doing that, he was working at night time and on the weekend in his basement repairing machines, and started selling carbon paper and ribbons. And from that, in a year's time, he had built up enough business to feed the family and quit the job in Lexington. So he started the business in his basement up on the Noble Street, which is just north of town here. And he would go out, call on different customers, and bring the orders back. Mama would fill the orders. And then the following week, while he would go back to those, he went to 27, 28 counties.
Wow.
So
not just here, he was all in this part of the state.
Oh, yeah.
He was in every county.
Yeah, of course, but 60 years ago, they wasn't a whole lot, not that there's a whole lot here now,
Yeah.
but they wasn't very much here
Sure.
in the surrounding area. But from that, he just kept growing and growing. An interesting story I want to tell you about Mama and Papa. Now, Papa was from Macquarie County, and there's a place down there at the Arch called Post Office Rock. Mm-hmm. It's a big rock on top of the arch that has little holes in it. Mama and her family was down there on a picnic. She wrote her name and address on a little piece of paper and stuck it in that rock. Well, the next day, Papa and his family was there on the picnic, and he found it. So he wrote her a letter.
Oh, wow.
There's no phones, you know. Well, there's phones, but they support, they can afford them. And they corresponded back and forth by letter. And then they started dating. He would catch a Greyhound bus, come to Somerset that morning, and they might go to the movie or whatever. Then he'd catch the last Greyhound bus going south that night. Wow. To go back home. So
that's a lot more work than most men would be willing to put in this day and age. That's kind of a fun story.
Yeah, but from that though, they named the rock down there Post Office Rock.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Let me, Harold, let me ask you something. How has this business evolved over the last 60 years? I mean, obviously technology seems to move at the speed of light these days, but what are some of the biggest things that are different now in selling office supplies? I guess, you know, you can, because you have everything here. You know, that's one thing I want people to understand. It's not just copy machines. It's not just office furniture. It's everything. You know, you can fully suit an entire office. So I'm wondering, what things have you seen that have changed the most?
Well, the one thing that has changed the business the most is those machines sitting right over our computers. I mean, they have really changed everything. A lot of the product that we used to sell years ago, there's no demand for them. Mm-hmm. The computers taking that over. But that's the major change. Now, back a few years ago, the fax machine was a big thing. But email has overtaken that. Fax machines are kind of on the way out. I'd say that was the main thing is the computer.
Sure. Well, that's neat. And I mean, you've got lots of different brands of printers. I see Kyocera, I see Lexmark. I mean, those are your two kinds that you carry here.
Yeah, Lexmark, everybody knows. IBM.
Yeah, made right about an hour and a half up the road.
Yeah. And then Kyocera, a lot of people are not familiar with that brand, but Kyocera, they manufacture a lot of printers for other people and just left their name on it. And that's a printer that in a lot of factories and stuff where it's a mission critical, no breakdowns, they have Kyocera. So we've been extremely pleased with both machines.
Well, they're great brands. You know, one thing that we like to talk about at the chamber is the importance of shopping local. You know, and I think for the longest time, I think people gave a lot of lip service to shopping local, but they weren't really doing it. And I think that if nothing else, 2020 has taught us the importance of shopping local, and that it might be the difference between you keeping your doors open or you having to shut them.
Yeah.
I know that you've been an advocate of shop local longer than I've been alive. And have you seen that more people are trying to help and trying to buy into that this year? Are you seeing that?
Well, it has slowly been evolving into that, because you know, when you shop local, you help that little boy buy a baseball glove, and it feeds a family, and people that work for that business, and it's something that people are moving more to, especially
Amen.
The older generation. They realize the importance of having local brick and mortar businesses to serve them.
I think a lot of people got away from that for a long time, and they thought, you know, I can save $1 on Amazon, I better go do that. And I'm telling you, I think that we're going to see a change in the next few years, and I think it starts right here today.
Yeah.
I think 2020 is the year where, you know, we always talked about it, and they never really saw those businesses go out of business.
Yeah.
But this was the year they've seen friends and people they go to church with, their businesses had to shut their doors. And with just a little bit more help from our community, they could have kept those doors open.
Yeah.
So, you know, one thing we keep harping on, and I know I'm like a broken record when I talk to these people out here, I'm telling you guys, if you can come here and you can buy your copy machine, or you can buy your paper shredder, if you can buy your office furniture,
Or
you need to do it.
You get your computer repaired.
Oh yeah, you do computer repair work.
Yeah.
You do it all.
We do it all. And one feature that we have just added, something that I've been wanting to add for 20 years, we have a drive-through window in the back. That way you don't have to get over the car.
And that's something you just did this year, just to
Yeah.
kind of adjust to everything going on.
And I've got a grill ordered, and you can get a hamburger and french fries.
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not.
That'd be awesome. Well, I know, it's, one thing that a lot of, big box stores don't have is they don't have a mascot like this place either. I mean, I think everybody knows about your mascot, your little dog. And you know, we see you right out here on the side of the road with that little dog all the time, and all your ads and everything. And I mean, that's that local connection that we can take away from doing business here with you. And I mean, 60 years in business is an incredible tribute to this community. I want to thank you for everything you've done. You know, I mean, people like yourself, Harold, you're trailblazers. I mean, you've been doing this for longer than most of us will be around. You know, you've probably forgotten more about how to run a business than most people will ever know. And you know, our job is just to thank you and really pay tribute to what you've done.
Well, the key to staying in business is good service. Service.
That was going to be my next question. What's the key to staying in business?
Is service.
Service.
But now, a lot of people don't appreciate service, but they eventually do. Mm-hmm. Because after you go to the big box store and buy something, and then you need service or whatever, there's no service there. And they call it the big box stores because you're supposed to save the box that they come in, so you can ship the damn thing back to them.
You know, and I'll tell you something, service is important because, you know, I've seen you walk right in our front door and deliver products to us. You know, it's not some stranger, some faceless, nameless stranger. It's the owner of the business. It's the guys that are in here that you get to know them by name. Those are the people that come and deliver those products. And if something does go wrong, you're only a phone call away to help them. That's you know, right. And you'll actually pick up your phone. You don't have to stay on hold for an hour and a half. I mean, you're right here. You'll be the guy probably picking up the phone.
They won't be a computer answering the phone. It'll be me or one of my staff.
Sure, sure. Well, tell us, is there anything fun on the horizon for the next 60 years? What's next for Anderson Office Supply?
Well, after you've been in business as old as I am, when you wake up in the morning and see the green grass, hey, oh, you're excited.
That's a good day, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I want to tell you, it's an honor to just take a few minutes to spend some time with you. I know things are crazy in 2020, but you know, we talked about there's some neat anniversaries that are happening this year. Yeah. You know, there's a lot of the cruise, Summer Night Cruise turns 20 this year. So there's a lot of fun anniversaries, and I'm glad you're part of that.
Well, just like next door. Now, they've been in business for over 100 years.
Now, where's that?
Parker.
Parker Insurance?
Yeah.
Well, and you know, Citizens National Bank.
Yeah.
They turned 100. So that's those are landmark businesses as well. We talked about Haney's, 150 years old this year.
I call them the cornerstones of the economy of this community.
Sure.
You know.
Well, in downtown, and you know, this might be off subject a little bit, but you've been downtown. You know, a few years ago, it wasn't real popular to be downtown. I mean, you could have fired a cannon through here. I think that our mayor has done a wonderful job in trying to revitalize our downtown.
Yeah, he has.
And I think we're starting to see it. You know, prices are going up on property. People want to be downtown, putting things like that farmer's market down here, drawing people in after 5 o'clock to get them excited about downtown, trying to get people to relocate. The University of Somerset over the old Cundiff property. You know, there's just an exciting buzz in our downtown, which I'm really, you know, it's a pleasure to be a part of.
That's what I was going to point out. You've been a major player in revitalizing downtown also. And I appreciate your efforts that you have put forth to do that. I mean, first of all, by moving back downtown, that was a major move.
Well, and I'll tell you something. It was something we wanted to do for years, and I couldn't get my board to buy a building. It took the right magic to get that done. And once we made the commitment, quite frankly, we're actually saving money. It's cheaper to buy that building that we've got over there than what we were paying in rent on 27. And we're going to own an asset for the chamber. And, you know, we want to be part of this. We told the mayor, and I told the previous mayor, I told Eddie Girdler, I said, if we get downtown, I said, we're all in. We're going to be part of the culture. We're going to be part of the landscape. We're going to work to make it better. And I think you're starting to see that. But downtown is something that, you bought into a long time ago and saw the importance of, and you talk about these cornerstone businesses. Well, you're one of those.
Yep.
So again, I want to thank you, and I'm going to make one more plea, guys. 60-year anniversary, Anderson Office Supply. Just want to encourage everybody out there. Call Harold and say happy anniversary. And next time you need something, whether it's a ream of paper, a new copy machine, or a desk chair for your office, give these guys a call and give them a shot at your business. He's been doing this for 60 years. He knows what he's doing. He's clearly stayed in business for 60 years. It's not a fluke at this point. That's 6 decades, guys. So shop local starts right here. Things like this right here. Support these guys. Do everything you can to support them this holiday season. And again, Harold, thanks for taking the time to be with us, and happy anniversary to you.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate all that you do,
Well,
the chamber does for downtown.
thank you very
You're
much.
a
I
major
really
part of it.
appreciate it. Guys, we're going to go, but I want everybody to stay tuned. We're going to be back with more chamber spotlights. We're not done. 2020 keeps punching, but we're going to keep coming at you and highlighting some great businesses here in our community. So stay tuned. Have a great day. We'll be in touch. Thanks, guys.